Abel Nunez is the executive director of CARECEN. It's an organization that assists immigrants. Abel, great having you. Thank you for joining us. Minneapolis has erupted in protests after multiple people were killed or aggressively confronted during ICE operations, right? Do you see evidence of systemic abuse here or just enforcement gone really wrong?
Well, ICE existed prior to the Trump administration, and this is a combination of a president that is allowing them to do this, for them to take aggressive tactics in the way they are enforcing immigration law that is only escalating the violence. And you have a lot of new officers that may have not received the appropriate training or don't have the experience of being in urban centers. So this is a recipe for disaster. So we believe that ICE should be there. They have a space, law enforcement has a space, but they have to know how to do it. But you can clearly tell from their tactics that they have been asked to be this way. And you have officers that unfortunately may not have the experience and unfortunately look trigger happy, that put everybody at risk.
And with law enforcement tactics widely contested by local communities, do you see these confrontations as fights over policy, power, or something deeper in America's soul?
Well, it's very interesting because I think that what we're talking about is our democracy, is what rights does the state have to police us? And you're seeing that immigration is sort of the tip of the spear. People are not responding to allow lawbreakers to be in this country. What they are responding to is the tactics that police are using to enforce that law. So, many Americans believe in the rule of law, but they understand that we have rights. And so I think that there is a battle by which the president is trying to send a clear message that might makes right. And you have the people that are the victims of this saying, no, there are a due process, there's a way in which things need to happen, and you are in violation of that. And they are unwilling to take it. And what we're seeing is, again, is an escalation where more people will be hurt.
And survivors and advocacy groups say people need to know their legal rights around ICE, right? How effective are current protections in practice when federal agents show up?
Well, you know what? We are still a country of laws, and people must know their rights in terms of what they can say to police enforcement, what rights they have in their own property, and they need to exercise them. The inability of ICE not following the rules is not a reason for us not to follow the existing rights that we have, and that is because we're still winning in the courts. And I think that we're going to hold them to account, and we're going to have to hold them to account once this administration is hopefully out of power. And so all of these officers need to understand that if they violated the law, just like the criminals that they are saying that they're going after, they may become the criminals themselves.
Abel Nunez, thank you for your time and insights.
Thank you for having me.